Let her rip.
Like we're in a world where two men host a podcast.
One about one other man who had a show
30 years ago. What's he do now?
He's on daytime TV.
That's what the drone in the trailer would sound like.
Yeah.
It'd be like Inception. Remember Inception?
Yeah.
What did you think of Inception? I liked it.
Inception.
Yeah, it's the Christopher Nolan one where they go inside people's dreams.
Oh, yeah. I only watched it once.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters when it came out. I don't know. My whole thing with Inception was it kind of got annoying because everything for like years after was about, oh, it's Inception. It's inside. Anytime anything was inside another, a hat on a hat,
nesting doll-esque. Yeah.
It was like, okay, well, yeah.
I'm cool with. I saw it already.
Yeah,
I don't need
we all
another one
saw
of
the
these.
movie 3 years ago. Well, yeah, Christopher Nolan's awesome.
That one sequence.
It's not even his best movie.
What do you think is his best movie?
Batman.
Yeah, you're probably right. Which
The
one?
Dark Knight. Dark
Yeah.
Knight is like. I still know people who say it's like one of their top 5 favorite movies ever made.
Sure.
It's not mine, but
It
like,
changed the genre.
It did. It is probably the best.
Yeah.
Besides Spider-Man 2, of course, probably the
Spider-Man
best.
2, the best superhero movie. I'm glad we agree on this. And if anyone disagrees with us listening,
You're dead wrong.
You're wrong. You are wrong. I don't know how to tell you this. I got a little Drew news. We missed this because we record these sometimes ahead
in advance.
Yes. We missed since the last episode. Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, and also problematic race guy on the internet, passed away.
Yeah.
Don't want to spend too much time talking about Scott Adams. Probably wasn't the best dude.
He is somewhat integral to this show.
There's a lot of like Dilbert energy that Drew Carey gives, both deliberately and not deliberately. He had the Dilbert stuffed animals.
Yeah, he still has the Dilbert
in his cubicle.
Yeah.
So I was doing some research just to be like, did he ever appear on the show?
You hear that, guys? Mark the time right now. The time and the date.
We did some Googling.
Shane did some research.
Scott Adams did not appear on the Drew Carey show like as himself. He appeared in some other sitcoms that we're not going to get into.
Damn.
But in 2007, is that when this is from? Yeah, Halloween of 2007, he gave an interview to Freakonomics, which I guess is like that podcast about like money and
I never
office
heard
culture.
of it at all.
I've heard of Freakonomics Radio, which I think is a podcast that they do.
Yeah.
But anyway, he answered a bunch of questions about Dilbert and life and things. And one of the questions was, Drew Carey has made an exceptionally good living, thanks in no small part to Dilbert. Has he at least offered to buy you some coffee and donuts? Adams... Yeah, that's the question. That's the Adams response.
I don't think. Okay, go ahead.
Adams response, Drew Carey developed his thing independently, but he did call me one day and asked if I wanted to be a writer on his old show. It didn't seem like a good career move. End of the sentence.
And yeah.
Yeah.
There was too much money to be made doing whatever the fuck else he was doing.
Yeah. Well, Dogbert, the spin-off movie of Dogbert or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Just imagining Scott Adams. There's some elements of this. You know, we've brought up the Rush Limbaugh.
Drew Carey doesn't owe him a dime. I'm glad that he at least acknowledges Drew Carey developed his thing independently.
Yes.
The Dilbert thing, like homage in this, is what, but it's so like
there's
irrelevant.
We're
talking
Brown.
about middle management.
Charlie Brown, in a way, is a Drew Carey sort of like character. Like you can't
put upon guy that never wins.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot, and also they make like references. Remember the redheaded woman in that Drew Party episode?
Yeah,
where he's trying to like. There's like so many different. Drew borrows from so many cartoons.
Right.
It's
That's
so
what we
the whole
do.
thing's kind of bullshit. But I do think it's interesting that he was offered. Who knows if it's true? First of all, but that he was offered a writing job on the Drew Carey show.
That's
is the
interesting.
implication of this.
Yeah.
I was saying before, like the Rush Limbaugh of it. There are some other like problematic people now that are on the show. Donald Trump was on the show. Like, there's just interesting things to me that like it's just like the oversection of this show and like weird red pill internet.
I mean, it does take place in Ohio. And that,
At a bar in Ohio.
yeah, Ohio is not purple.
No.
I don't know. I don't know who lied to you in 2008 or 2012. Ohio is not a purple state.
No. It is
Very
not.
unambiguous where they stand politically.
Yeah, God. Anyway, that was Scott Adams. That was all I wanted to bring up. I was like, oh shit, we missed
Is he
it.
funny like that? Where he could write for a sitcom.
No, I don't think. I mean, well, I never. Did you like Dilbert or read it growing up? I never got
not at
into
all.
it. No,
I mean, it was in. I did used to read the comics a little bit,
Sure.
but it was. None of them blew me away. There was none that I like looked forward to reading more than the others.
yeah. To me,
I remember like Garfield being a recognizable character.
Yeah.
I'd get excited to read that.
But like, I think Dilbert specifically, maybe just because we were so young when it came out, I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking, it's like middle management jokes. Like,
yeah. Miss me
I
with
don't know.
that water cooler bullshit.
Why did the chicken cross the road to get a promotion? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck
No.
we're doing.
I mean, look, to be fair, yeah. I guess your point, his target audience wasn't
was not us.
like
it was not
8-year-old
children.
kid reading the comics. He wasn't like, yeah, he's really gonna love this.
But
joke
counterpoint,
about the
I think
copier.
a lot of cartoons, the comic strips are designed for. So it's just weird that Dilbert broke through like that, I think.
Yeah.
And he made a bunch of money doing it. And then kind of threw it all away, being like, actually, I
Yeah.
don't think white people and black people should talk to each other. It's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Bet.
Yeah. All right, Dilbert.
Thank you, cartoonist. I appreciate your
we
insight.
appreciate.
Yeah. It'd be like me, a podcaster, giving out medical advice.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which,
Yes. Yes.
do we have any medical tips? I did one time talk about Tylenol.
Sure.
Or whatever
Yeah.
on here.
I don't remember that. I know I've gotten a lot of. You're back. We have a lot of.
You can get like a medical grade dose after 4 pills or
sure,
something.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying take it.
No, I'm
just
not saying. I'm not saying. If you're going to do it, you should snort it. You should take the pills, crush them up.
And
No.
that's it. Welcome to Cleveland
Welcome
Rocks.
to Cleveland Rocks. It's America's favorite and only Drew Carey Show podcast.
Yeah, Drew Carey Medical Show podcast.
Yes, yeah, it's Drew on the pit. It's GJ. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's we're coming to you live from chilly New York City.
Yes, we're
actually live on
anticipating-
tape.
Yeah, live on tape. We're anticipating snow.
Yeah.
They're saying a foot is possible. We don't believe it.
I don't believe it at all.
We won't have medical takes, but we will have meteorological takes.
Yeah, I think look, they always overpromise, and I think it's intentional, right?
Yeah.
If you underpromise,
Wait, we're talking
you're
about the
an
weather?
asshole. Yeah.
We're talking about the weather still?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I took that personally for a moment.
So I think when they say like a foot, they actually mean like that they're measuring to the belly button. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely. Yep,
They're
yep.
measuring. So I
That's it.
I really think that we're actually looking at maybe 6 inches.
I think that's probably right. I mean, we'll see. It's going to be fun.
Perfectly fine amount of snow.
Yeah. Sunday is ideal snow day, I think.
Right.
Because everybody's off from work and it's already kind of a quiet day. And,
Yeah.
Who knows? All we know for now, though, is we have some hot new episodes. Not new. They're 30 years old. But some hot, new to us episodes of the Drew Carey Show to talk about.
Yes, a couple of wacky ones.
Pretty good
We're
wacky
still,
ones.
again, season 4, just like the best.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, look, we're going to get to season 5 and probably be like, oh,
That's pretty good, too. I
Yeah,
wonder
but-
when we will notice the drop-off in quality.
I don't know.
Because I think it's going to be very apparent, but I don't know when.
I kind of look forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's going to be a slog. I think it'll be fun to see. Oh, this is clearly where they phoned it into the formula, and like they had a bunch of other shit going on, and you think back to that Look Back podcast, and Drew describes, I think it was the 4th episode they were answering viewer questions or something, and one of them was like, what do you miss about the show? And the first thing Drew's like, oh, we worked 10-hour days.
He goes into like how much he hated
He
it.
went into somehow everything that you can tell went wrong for him.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, okay, yeah, we
it's front of mind for him is how bad of an experience
it's how bad the experience had to be at
there's
the
so
end.
much joy in this for us, at least. I'm kind of surprised by
and
that.
for them, it does seem like they have fun still.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I also think what's worth noting about these two episodes today is they are not like Drew-centric episodes.
Yeah.
We're finally like because it feels like for a while it had been like Drew's dating a senior woman, or Drew's doing XYZ. Like this is now we're back on a path where
we're exploring the world again.
Yeah, exactly. And we're letting other characters take A plots in a way that I think is interesting.
Like Lewis in
with
season 4, episode 20.
420, baby. DrugCo.
Yes.
Was that intentional? Probably. TJ, what date did this come out?
Yeah, March 3rd, 1999.
Yes. We don't know what was going on with the world then, but it was
Just
March 3rd.
remember where you were on March 3rd, 1999.
Where were you? I was probably, you're probably out of diapers by the time you're 4, right? I was 4 years old.
I've really got no idea.
Yeah.
Man, imagine, no, when you get out of diapers. I feel like whenever you stop, like how quickly, I mean, look, obviously it's a scale, right?
Yeah,
like,
there's not one day where everyone...
Some kids learn how to do it quicker than others.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, shit, some people teach dogs how to pee in the toilet.
Book smarts versus street smarts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is. The dog peeing in the toilet is... It's like a dream.
Yeah.
If you can teach a dog to do that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've seen dogs perch off the side to drop like a turd in the bowl. But dogs pee in the toilet.
That's even more impressive.
Well, but like there's like a perch for it at least. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I can imagine like a dog up at a urinal.
Well, you just get like you get up on all fours. You ever pee at a urinal with your both hands on the wall? And so you know it's...
only when it's a really bad night.
It's a heavy flow.
Yeah.
So
we start this
at the office.
There's a fun little non sequitur cold open we get. Drew has turned his desk around to face Mimi.
Yes.
Turns out she had snuck up on him the other day with a booger. Is that what he said?
It was a fake booger or something.
That's important to note because I thought it was real booger, and I was kind of like,
that's gross.
I thought she was more of a lady.
Yeah, I think that Mimi's a little more classy than that.
Yeah. But anyway, his new strategy is you're not going to get to do that anymore. I'm going to have eye contact with you the whole time.
They begin this stare down.
Yeah. He realizes immediately the flaw in his plan, which is he now has to look at
Mimi the whole time. Yeah.
We get a lot of sort of back and forth here with the two of them. Wick ends up coming by, though. He's pretending that he's stuck in a glass box because their icy stares at each other are so intense.
Yeah.
Let me guess. The first one who blinks gets a reprieve from the horror they're looking at. I believe was the quote.
And I did want to point out here. Oh, there were a few things that we skipped over. Like you said, they had the back and forth. Drew was eating a sandwich. It discussed her. She was doing her makeup. It discussed her. When Wick does come up, it's about the Johnson evaluation. And all I can think about is, God, there goes another fucking Johnson. Another Johnson bites the dust.
There goes my Johnson. Yeah, no. Also, they know what they're doing with the Johnson evaluation. Come on.
They do.
That's the title of this podcast now. I think it's another Johnson. Well, we'll even get to it in the next episode. It seems like Winfred Louder is having a rough time with people getting cut.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But they try to do things because they're not breaking, they handle the paperwork for Wick, and they're still staring at each other. Then Mimi pulls out a Q-tip. You ever make eye contact with someone digging in their ears? That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah.
Drew, we learned at this point, is trying to make it better for himself by imagining Mimi as a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So we get this shot of her being like, what, are you pretending I'm even more beautiful than I am?
Reverse shot.
But it's this beautiful blonde woman just cleaning out her ears.
Yeah.
She, on the other hand, has a plan for Drew.
Yes.
Now that he has turned his desk, I guess she's had this in the waiting
For years.
She takes a pair of scissors, cuts a rope, and down comes this bag that slams into the back of Drew's head.
Yeah. And she says whipped cream gets hard over a couple of years.
Yeah, whipped cream.
Because it was a bag of whipped cream that is now
Solidified.
rock hard.
My rock hard whipped cream just hitting you in the back of the head. Yeah. But again, just a really fun. I also wish we went more towards the Mimi Drew war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see an open like this where it's just like we get to be a little goofy with it.
Yeah. And then that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, again,
that's
the
it.
non sequitur openings. It's just kind of,
They're good. We go to the titles. After that, we get Drew and Speedy. Speedy seems a little off.
Yeah.
Not the best day for this dog.
You think it's the same dog this whole time?
I don't
Or
think
did they
so.
just get like a golden retriever?
I don't. Well, I think maybe once the wheels came off of Speedy, it might have been a different dog.
Yeah. They might have
Isn't
got
there a
new dog.
joke that they tell about it being a different dog? Doesn't Oswald like make a
There
crack?
might be.
I think there is, but I can't really. I'm
Not in this
talking out my ass
episode.
a
You're
little
not
bit.
talking
No,
about.
not in this episode.
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
in the series, I think they've acknowledged it's a different dog.
Yeah. I mean, it's
before.
probably, I would imagine it's a different dog.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy to have the same dog. Dogs get old.
Hey, we need that dog on retainer. Don't you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not that old. Like if you got a dog, well, I don't know. 10 years is a long time for this show.
Yeah. And let's say now at this point, since like the first episode they've had Speedy, that's probably been what, 3 years?
Yeah, that was season 1, right?
Yeah.
Or no, season 2 because it's when the girlfriend leaves. God, what was the first girlfriend's name? Can't remember.
Lisa.
Lisa. It's when Lisa leaves.
Yeah. There's something off with Speedy the dog. Drew was trying to feed him breakfast sausage.
Yeah, he's not interested
He's
at all.
not interested at all. Drew even threw it, and that Speedy didn't go
chasing after
it. To which Oswald says, "The old Carey eye test."
Yes, it gets like an applause break.
Yeah,
How
it is funny, and he breaks there.
Yeah,
Diedrich
for
Bader
sure.
breaks. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. But here's my thing. So they come to the conclusion, oh, he must be blind.
Yeah.
Dogs, my history with dogs, they smell more than anything, really. I think I've had a dog that is blind towards the end of her life that would eat the fuck out of food just as you could smell it and would bother us for it.
I mean, it's several times stronger than anything they can see with their eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just surprised that the smell of the sausage, I know they're not thinking through the logic of this.
Yeah, right.
But, why do we immediately go to dog eye problem? The dog's not reacting at all. The dog looks like it has clinical depression in this, is what I'm getting at. It's like staring off into space, sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, come
well
on, buddy.
trained.
Yeah, well trained.
And in reality, that's just a good, well trained dog.
There's got to be like an actual animal trainer just off, like holding something that's like, don't break the fucking
Well,
focus.
then we come to find out. Well, before that, we should say so. Oswald's there, and
Lewis
comes in. Lewis is wearing a suit.
Fancy suit, but it's from high school.
Yeah, he pulls out a little note
Which
inside of it.
amazing that 20 to 30 years later that still fits. That's
Yeah,
an incredible
good
thing.
for him.
Yeah. He pulls out a note from a girl that Drew had a crush on. He got it at graduation, the note. He was supposed to give it to Drew and forgot to.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, oh, this could have changed my life. He opens it and it's like, maybe in the next millennium I'll date you. And she's like,
loser. And
Yeah.
then they're all like, yeah.
'Cause it's coming up.
We're less than a year away.
we're less than a year away from Drew being able to date that high schooler. Wait, hold on.
Maybe.
No, not like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Lewis is up for this promotion to
At
be
DrugCo.
at DrugCo to be the janitorial manager.
Yes.
A desk job. We come
the
to find out.
janitorial manager.
Yeah. They're talking about Speedy. Lewis brings up that they're testing this new drug that can help Speedy with his cataracts, I guess. Animal
canine
cataracts.
cataracts.
Yeah, exactly.
And they go to get his leash.
Yeah, he says, Speedy, go get your leash.
And then he goes to grab it. They're like, oh, well, that's a good sign. He's at least going. We hear a giant glass-breaking crash.
Yeah.
He's dragging back
A lamp.
A lamp.
So that was really funny. And again, back to what a well-trained dog that is.
Yeah.
Like, go drag this back to Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll do it, goddammit.
Yeah.
We then go to the Warsaw. Oswald comes in with a giant box.
Yeah.
Big, tall, rectangular box. Kate's like, what the hell's this? And they like look at the side of the box.
The
and
label,
The
yeah.
label. It says Kate and Oswald Harvey. And
yeah.
she's like, and it's from Ireland. And she goes, oh shit, it's my uncle.
Yeah.
I never told him that we called off the wedding. So he must have sent a gift.
Yes.
I don't know how I guess Oswald opened it at some point, so he already knows what's in it.
Yeah.
And it's a tanning bed. They got
Her
a tanning bed.
Her uncle from Ireland
Yeah.
sent him a tanning bed.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's really funny.
If any people need an artificial tan, it is the Irish.
Yeah,
Those
he
pale
knows it.
blokes need some assistance.
And so Oswald was going to keep it and
Yeah.
not tell Kate.
Yeah, and she's like, "That's not right. You got to send it back to my uncle. He didn't." So okay, yeah. I forget. I was like, "Why is he bringing it to the Warsaw?" I forgot they live right upstairs, so he's
Right,
taking
right.
it to his house.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, it's at this point then Drew comes in. Oh, actually, well, before we get to the Drew part of it, let's get to just how Oswald felt about Kate. He was like being real resentful.
Yeah.
About the whole wedding
was,
thing.
He was kind of pissy about
Yeah.
it. He was like, "Oh, I didn't, because she said she forgot to tell his uncle.
Yeah.
I mean, her uncle." And then he was like, "Oh, well, I didn't find out until I was sitting there looking at my watch at the altar."
Yeah. Whoa, man, Kate,
Yeah.
you're telling. Oh, she's like really like yapping at him about like you got to return this. He's like, "Oh man, is this what it would have liked to been married to a shrew like you? Thanks, Kate." Like,
Right,
really
right.
just like passive aggressive.
Yeah, I didn't
aggressive
expect
aggressive.
that. It felt like this is the first time that I feel like they've had any beef since that was called off.
Right, like we were like, I wonder how it's gonna go at the start of the season,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
address it in it's like a drive-by addressing of it, and then
we just kind of forget about it.
but then 20 episodes later, here we are with a B plot about it.
A totally unnecessary B plot where they just got tans.
Yeah, and yet here we go. So, yeah, my boys are getting tan,
Yeah.
or they're so not supposed to, but we'll see. Drew comes into the bar with the dog, which he's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to leave his blind buddy around. It turns out they went to the vet and they're like, yeah, his eyesight's basically gone.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking his dog everywhere. How do you feel about people in the city that take their dog everywhere?
Just like to restaurants and bars and whatever.
Yeah, restaurants, bars. I
guess it's
have
fine if like a business is good with
CVS.
it. Like, why
I saw
not?
a dog walking through CVS.
I don't know about a dog in CVS.
Yeah.
I think you can leave your dog if you have to. If you're out walking your dog and you realize, oh, I got to pick up like a drink or deodorant or something, then fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're like doing your shopping with a dog,
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
leave it at home.
Especially depending on the size of the dog. Like if it's a little dog, I'm like, all right. But if you're bringing out
Dog
like,
doesn't want to go in the store.
No.
No.
Dog's not meant for store.
There's no pee to sniff.
Well,
in the
actually,
store.
in New York City, there might be some
There
pee to
might be a
sniff
little
in the
pee.
CVS. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be like old man here, but I lived in New York before COVID, just a year, but before COVID. I don't remember this amount of people taking the dog on the subway.
No,
And like there were
I
rules.
do think
There used to be rules where like you had to put like a small dog in a bag.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
a
I feel
carrier.
like they would. I've seen them like lounge under the chairs before, maybe
Yeah.
like the bigger ones. But
Yeah.
I
Do not do that unless you like sitting and piss. Dog.
yeah right. But I think there's more people got dogs because I'm with you. I don't.
That is true. That's a COVID
I
thing.
don't
Yeah.
remember like there being this many dogs when I lived here, or just like ever living in a city.
Yeah.
And then it was sometime after COVID, everyone was living it. I think everyone was just getting fucking dogs because they were
Yeah.
at home all the time and they were sad.
And they're like, well, I gotta go to
And now they
work.
have this responsibility for the next so really, well, I was gonna say, so maybe in like 3 years there's gonna be a lot less people with dogs.
just by how time works.
Just by how time works, if you catch my drift.
Damn, we've already brought up so many dead dogs on this episode, and we're not even like past the first commercial break.
Right.
Maybe, could be. I don't know. Just an observation I have whenever I'm
Yeah.
like walking around the Upper East Side. I'm like,
I think just way more people got dogs.
Yeah.
Because there's also dog shit all over the sidewalks.
I know. Well, that's always been a problem.
Yeah.
I remember when we.
That's why people got to take their shoes off.
Do you remember when we toured this apartment for the first time?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think we like it. And we walked in and I stepped right in dog shit. And then I had to go back to our old apartment, walking with dog shit on my shoe.
Yeah.
No good. No good.
Anyway.
Lewis enters the bar next.
Yes.
In his suit, he's like, hey, I got my final interview tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm
down
feeling
to the
pretty
final
good.
two. He's feeling pretty good about it.
I'm one of two, and he thinks his odds are pretty good because he overheard people talking, and they said the other guy is a tall weirdo who can't be trusted. I love the aloofness. God bless him.
God, it's so good.
We also then get confirmation about this canine cataract thing. They're like, oh, yeah,
we could do it, but they're going to have to keep Speedy for a week.
Yeah, which breaks Drew's heart. Drew's like, you going to be okay with it? While he's sobbing.
This dog that we see one every like 10 episodes episodes.
Yeah.
Now Drew's all of a sudden like, oh, he's going to be gone
He's
for
my
a week.
best friend.
Right,
He's a brave dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, and we'll see obviously how it goes. Just knowing what I know about DrugCo, though, I wouldn't want to throw my animal in there for a fucking week. They're gonna return it with like a cockroach. I'm like, no, that wasn't the dog.
It's gonna be bred with a with a hippopotamus, a monkopotamus.
You're giving me that's an adult woman. That's not my dog. I've got some news. But yeah, so. It's the next scene. We get Lewis sitting down for his interview.
Yes.
He's with Mr. Hathaway, who's played by Charles Nelson Riley. We have seen him before. I think when Drew held that, or somebody held that
party.
Yeah, that
salon.
Salon.
He was the old man at the salon, 100%.
Yeah, he was there before. He is now interviewing Lewis for this job. Wacky. I would say some frantic questioning we get from Mr. Hathaway.
He's the first thing he asks is him to rank like it's God, it's family,
and it's health,
And
then Drew, not Drew,
and then Lewis is like company loyalty, and then he's like very good. So he's asking like weird trick questions.
Yeah, I will also say Lewis, as it goes on, gives more obtuse answers to the point where you're kind of like, does he think that's the answer, or is he just being stupid?
Yeah.
They kind of want you to be like, I don't know what it was.
Exactly.
Stupidity is the goal.
He asks him, okay, what if you come in and you see scientists, they are working hard hours late at night and they order a bunch of methamphetamine. What do you do? And he's like, what methamphetamine? Or
that's exactly right.
What about plutonium? And he was like, what science? Or like, I didn't see anything.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Exactly. And it's that gray area of like, okay, we know he's stupid, but
are you stupid enough for the job?
Yeah.
Or smart stupid? Didn't
he have a girlfriend? I just realizing we didn't see. Didn't that thing work with Tracy, or who was the?
Oh, Tracy. Yeah. No, we didn't see the resolution of that. If he went to Chicago, I have no idea.
Or
we just dropped it like a hot potato. I got no clue.
Yeah. Sorry, that was just a sidebar.
Yeah.
We might see her next step and everything's fine.
Or we'll never see her again.
Although the next step we watch is what's wrong with this episode.
Yeah.
And if it's Lewis has a girlfriend, then that's good.
Well, even in the next episode we watch in this podcast, it's not addressed at all.
Yeah, it's not at all.
Don't know what happened with that.
Maybe they just drop it.
Yeah, it's fine. There's one point also, I don't remember the question, but Hathaway turns like his lamp towards Lewis as if he's like interrogating him. It's very intense.
Very frantic.
But
he's blown away with his answers. He's like, you got the job. And on top of that, I love that we are compatible with our organs.
Lewis is like, yeah, if you want my liver, you better act quick, buddy. It seems it's less about Lewis's capabilities and more about his lack thereof.
Yes.
And also his organ donation transferability.
Have like no convictions about anything, no morals, whatever. And Lewis is like, I'm a little offended, but I don't care. Whatever.
But at the end of this here, as he's like basically signed on, agreed, handshake deal. Lewis is also like, oh, I just wanted to ask, my friend has a dog here who was here for trial testing. And Hathaway is like, don't, we're not going to talk about it.
There was no dog.
We're not talking, like, he can't even get information. He's like, it's been a couple of days, and he's just wondering, like, how many more days he'll be here.
Yeah.
And Hathaway's like, don't get involved. That's a dead man's question, I think is what he gets.
It's exactly what he says.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to, after passing that interview the way that he did.
Yeah, now Lewis, and after getting this handshake deal on a job, he's like, okay, you can tell it makes him uneasy, but...
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And now he's going to have to figure out how to tell Drew that his dog might be dead.
Might be dead or missing or converted to a different kind of animal. We're not sure. But after this, we go to the Warsaw, and Lewis is drinking to cope with this Speedy situation he's now learned about.
He's getting 4 beers at once.
Yeah.
In what world are you just keep getting a new beer when you finish it, my guy?
You should get one big glass and pour them all in. That's the most efficient way to do it.
Oh, I went to this Japanese place last night, and they had chilled, like the big, thick, chilled mugs.
Oh man,
that they were pouring it was Sapporo, the Japanese beer.
Yeah,
the glass was so chilled
How chilled was it?
There was ice on the top.
That's nice.
As you like, after it would sit on your table, not just like in your first sip. I'm talking like 4 sips in.
It would continue to freeze up.
And there is still ice on the top. And I'm like, it was maybe one of the best beer drinking experiences I've ever had.
But is that a testament to that glass or how fucking cold it is in New York City right now?
Oh, good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because if I took a glass outside right now, I think it would freeze up after a couple of sips.
It is like -11.
It's like, the feel like it's cold.
It is cold. Feels like, I mean.
No, it's a beautiful experience.
I did
a cold beer glass.
That makes me think of another thing. When you were a kid growing up and it would get cold outside, did you ever throw boiling water in the air?
Never. No. Did you?
I did. I did.
A tale of two children.
I was one of those kids, though, that didn't understand that. So when you throw boiling water in the air, for those of you that haven't done it, in like, we're talking like single-digit temperatures.
Yeah.
It'll just evaporate sort of immediately. It just makes this big foggy mist.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't understand the idea that you still have to throw it away from you. Because with that, there's still boiling water.
Yeah. It's hot. It could burn.
Yeah. And so I threw it straight up in the air.
Oh, TJ. Oh, no. Right back on you.
Boiling water all over my head and my back. I like him doing a fire drill in the snow.
You're stop, dropping, and rolling.
Yeah,
that's just a snow angel at that point. I think what you're doing.
Right.
Oh, man, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
There's a viral reel of like a little like fat kid doing that.
They got footage of you as a kid now.
Exactly. And I'm like, damn, that really is that was me. Like fucking, I don't know, 25 years ago.
Damn. Awful.
Not 20, well,
Yeah. Time.
20 years ago.
As we've addressed, time moves on in this podcast.
Right.
Yeah, God. So, Lewis is drinking all that beer. And Kate comes in, asks him about it. My favorite line in this is now. He goes, "Get off my back, Prohibition Patty."
Yeah.
Dumb little fun little nickname. I love it. He explains to Kate the situation. He's avoiding telling Drew, and he's trying to hide from him. Drew walks in at this point. I don't know why he thought it'd be a good idea to hide from him at the Warsaw.
That's literally what I wrote. And I think even Kate points it out. This is like maybe the worst hiding spot.
Place. Oh, boy, the bar.
Yeah. You mean was one of 3 sets.
Man, go to the woods. They don't have a woods
They don't have a woods set. Yeah.
No. So anyway, Drew comes over. Lewis blows it almost immediately by, being like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, good." He's like, "Oh, you don't know then, do you?" And he's like, "No, what?" And he's like, "Kate, you blew it." Like, just blows
nice poker face.
But yeah, the situation is explained. Drew is devastated to hear that his dog might be gone or worse.
Yeah, and of course Drew is like, I knew I shouldn't have given it to DrugCo. He's like, there was something about that like customer support line that they have where they say, where it goes, "Welcome to DrugCo. Everything is all right."
Everything's all right. That's all you need to know.
It's a good voicemail.
Yeah.
Maybe I should make that my inbox.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of TJ.
Everything's all right.
Beep. Yeah. It's at this point, though, that they decide like they need a plan of action here. And Lewis, now that he has the promotion, is able to get people inside.
Yeah, he's got high-level clearance.
Yeah. High-level clearance from Lewis.
In what world does the janitorial manager get high-level clearance?
It's a really important job. They got to clean up a lot of things in there, as we learn. So the gang
decides... You think
decides...
the janitor at the Pentagon gets top secret clearance?
I think he's the one doing the strikes.
Was he in the signal chat with Pete Hegseth?
There you go. Yeah, absolutely he was. So with this high-level clearance, Lewis decides that the gang should go in and find Speedy. The next scene, we see the gang gathering together. Kate is kind of concerned because she's like, I don't know, breaking and entering, but Drew is chugging a beer and he's going to get his dog, goddammit. You're not going to take Drew Carey's dog.
No, it's time to go break and enter.
Oswald comes by, him and Lewis carpool together, I guess, and Kate immediately notices that Oswald is very tan.
Yes.
She's like, you didn't return the tanning machine.
No,
did you?
no. I like that Lewis was also tan.
Lewis
though.
comes in also tan, and she's like, "Oh, did you guys at least do it separately?" And Lewis is like, "Hey, I don't know. What's the problem with?" I'm like, "How were they pancaked on top of each other? How do you put
There's
two
no
people
way.
in one tanning
Tanning
bed?
beds are crazy.
Yeah.
I went tanning once.
You went
but
tanning once.
I went and it was, but I did a booth.
Yeah,
A booth is better. I think the beds are crazy.
yeah.
I
You don't
love
like
the whole
laying
experience.
down?
No, I don't like because I think there was I think it was Final Destination or something
Oh.
where like somebody got locked in one and cooked, and I'm like, oh, that's now. Ever since you see that one time, you see a movie clip, and you're like, nope, I'm never
good.
doing that in the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But the booth is at least fine. You just kind of go in and get microwaved. You kind of put your arms up in the air.
Is there a spinning plate at the bottom?
No, but you can like do a little turn.
I like the idea of like turning and waving in a tanning bed.
Yeah.
Like you're a little princess.
But to do two people at once in a tanning bed,
it's a
that
good
was an
thing.
intimate.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just spoon, do a little
Well,
spoon.
I was thinking you 69. That's the best way, probably.
Yeah, that's probably how
how you would do it in a tanning bed. Oh,
Yeah.
But anyway, they're both cooked. Lewis has to get them all in, and there's no key, there's no lock. It's a retinal display to get in. So he sticks his eye up to this little lock, and I thought it was just going to scan it, but it looks like it shoots something into his eye because he starts screaming like, ah!
Yeah.
And then the door opens, though.
That's what does it. Yeah.
They get inside DrugCo. Lewis just might be blind in one eye. But if he is, I hear they're developing some canine
some
cataracts.
I'm sure they love to do some human trials at DrugCo.
So inside DrugCo, as they're navigating, they're basically opening a bunch of doors, just randomly trying to find where Speedy might be.
Yeah.
And this is the gag of DrugCo, is we get to see some really weird shit.
Yes, it's just kind of like it's almost like a haunted house setup. It's like
Yeah.
what's behind this door?
And door number 2. And door.
So door 1 they opened. They said it was the animal testing area. Well, it's
Yeah.
a bathroom and there's a giant roach.
Is it a roach? I thought it might have been a bee.
I feel like it's a
Roach makes more sense. It's an insect of some kind on a toilet reading a newspaper.
Reading a newspaper.
Honestly,
And he's like, "Hey, somebody's in here, filthy
Yeah.
humans," which
Yeah.
is why I thought roach.
could be
because
as
that
filthy
would
roach.
make that funnier. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. That a bee.
Yeah.
But the one I
Hey,
just
buzz off. There you go. If you're a bee.
for 1999, pretty impressive computer generated imagery. The Warner Brothers family
honestly,
has cooked up
it
here.
was not bad.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it's, again, just like shit that you don't really see in every fucking sitcom. That's
You
why we like
definitely
the
don't
Drew
see
Carey
it.
show.
Yeah.
Second door, we don't really get to see what's in it. Oswald is clawed into a giant blue light by what I called a long, pale arm.
I said a wildebeest.
You said it was a wildebeest?
Only because it made like a wildebeest like noise. It
How
was,
the hell do you know what a wildebeest noise sounds like?
well, you know what you assume a wildebeest sound like a like that sort of like.
When I hear that,
Like, have you ever like recorded a burp and played it in reverse? that's what I think a wildebeest sounds like, and that was the noise I think that we got out of that door. Yeah.
you know what? I can't argue with that because you made that, and I was like, that's like a walrus or a moose, maybe.
That's a burp in reverse.
That's
dog.
a burp in reverse. Fuck. Door number 3. This one was fun. It's a man getting an eye exam, and when he's like better or worse, and he's like, I think worse. The optometrist then turns the man around, pops his head off, goes over to a table where there's a set of different blinking human heads.
Yeah.
Takes another one, puts it on the guy's head, and then asks him to read the chart again.
Yeah, and he's like, better? And it was better.
Yeah, it was better this one.
So they're developing how to, I don't know, put heads on new
What I liked
functioning
was
bodies.
there wasn't even like I don't know why I thought it was going to be in a jar or something, but they just got like 4 human heads just blinking. That's a fun little shot.
That
to
was
do.
good. That
I
was
enjoyed
fun.
That. Yeah. At this point, we also get hologram Dobermans chasing
Yeah, a
them.
bunch of we don't know they're holograms at first.
No.
All of a sudden, a bunch of dogs
Start
break out,
running down.
and the gang like crouch, and then they run right through.
Yeah, they
the
get
gang.
we see like glitchy static.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
dissolve right through.
Again,
them.
pretty good effects
Yeah.
for the time.
Pretty impressive.
Right there.
I really think it is. It's at this point the gang splits up. We get Drew and Oswald, Lewis and Kate.
Yeah.
Drew and Oswald first find something that we learn is an epiphany orb.
Yeah.
Drew's holding this little round silver ball, and he's like
And then
telling Oswald
they have some sort of heart-to-heart about the tanning bed in the relationship.
Well, he tells Oswald, he's like, I think it's actually a physical manifestation of the anger that you have towards Kate, and that's why you won't return it. He's like, what makes you say that? He's like, I don't know, I found this thing, and then Oswald takes it. He's like, oh yeah, and it's not just Kate, it's a deep-seated fear that I've had with women and my mother,
and the fear of abandonment from my father. And I was like, wow, okay, yeah.
We're doing some deep work here.
Yeah, the most intelligent things they said, holding on to the ball.
Drew takes the orb back, and he thinks he's about to have an epiphany on how to make his life better, the one thing he needs to do.
Yeah.
And then Oswald wants it too.
Yeah, and then they fight over it.
And then it falls to the ground and shatters.
There was like sand inside.
Yeah. Drew, oh god.
And then Drew's tag on it was just like, it was something about like stop drinking and...
That's right, we should stop for a drink on the way home.
We should stop for a drink. Yeah.
We then go to Lewis and Kate. Lewis is talking about fatherly ambitions. We've never heard. I mean, maybe we haven't. I haven't thought about it, but I like that. I don't even know how they got into it. There's like,
there's something about roaming the long, weird hallways of a drug
corporation.
It just gets you thinking.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this is my thinking spot, and he's just like putting his arm out. He's like, one day I'd love to have kids and start a family. And right below him at crotch level is a green glowing light. And it's basically like a nuclear reactor exhaust.
Yeah.
Like panel. And Kate's
it looks like a window almost.
A little, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it makes more sense that it was a panel.
Yeah, it's something you can see. And anyway, we just get this green nuclear glow from it.
Yeah.
Kate's like, is your crotch warm? And Lewis is like, oh, Kate, now you're a beautiful dime, but not right now.
Yeah.
She's like, you're nuking your balls.
And then they see a vent.
Yeah, they see a vent and they hear a dog bark through it.
Yeah.
So Lewis decides, I'm gonna be the hero here. They take off the front of the vent. He slides down. We learned you could slide down. He thought he was gonna crawl through, but it's a slide.
Right.
Goes right down. I stopped, but I just was adjusting.
He ran out of breath.
He ran out of breath. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. And he's all over again. Drew and Oswald then find a room that includes a monkopotamus.
Yes, we meet the monkopotamus.
You say that like we've been waiting.
I've been waiting for them.
Last.
We see the monkopotamus.
Head of a monkey, body of a hippo.
Yeah. And it didn't scare them at all.
No, they're like,
this was the craziest shit to me. So it's like a jungle room.
Yeah.
And here's the body of a hippo and the body of a monkey combined. And
head of a monkey.
Head of a monkey. Monkey on top.
On top.
And it was like a centaur, but the monkey, you had like the upper body of the monkey.
Yeah.
And anyway, they don't run in fear.
No, they want to ride
Oswald's like, I want to ride it. And I'm like, what the
Let me ride the hippopotamus.
Yeah, the monkopotamus.
I fucking flipped it. The hippopotamus. Monkopotamus.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be ridden, though, I will say. That's the vibe
it does
we
chase
get.
them out. But they let it free. I thought it was going to come back.
Yeah, well, it kind of does, but not.
In the way you would think it's chasing them through the halls.
Yes. No, that is not the case.
Yeah.
I also just want to say monkey, hippo, big animal. Monkey, generally, unless it's like a gorilla, small animal.
Yeah.
So, do we think it's
it
smaller
seemed to me
hippo?
they took a tinier hippo body.
Yeah, and a bigger
but then
monkey
a bigger
top.
monkey top.
Yeah.
They met in the middle.
Yeah. Of each size. This one's a little too big. This one's a little too small.
I would like to see the trial runs they had on the monkopotamus.
You fucking know there was a producer that was asking for options.
Yeah.
Can we make this one a little more
And
bigger?
Back to what we were, I think a few episodes ago, we were talking about somebody playing the butt in the camel costume in the nativity play.
Yes.
There was somebody in the ass of that hippo.
Yeah, I did that was a costume they created, right?
Yeah,
that wasn't like a
totally
CGI.
Was.
Yeah,
that one was a practical costume.
Well, again, as we see at the end with the hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Anyway, the gang all gets together at this point, and Lewis comes back up from down in the vent, and we learn essentially, he was down there. But, he's like, oh, it was fine. I blacked out, but I came back up. Suddenly, a Lewis clone.
Yes, a second Lewis comes up.
A second Lewis.
And
says the same thing. They look at each other, and then the second Lewis runs.
Yes, and then and then Kate or someone is like, "Oh my God, they perfected cloning," and Lewis is like, "No, they haven't, and they're a bitch to clean up when they explode."
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
They finally open the door, which Speedy is behind. Surprise, though, it's in Mr. Hathaway's office, and he's like playing with it. He's playing with Speedy, and he's giving him a different name. He's calling him Parthenon.
Parthenon, yeah.
Parthenon. Very fancy.
Awful dog name.
Oh, very terrible dog name, but fancy, eloquent. It's
although as Speedy in this scene, I did think it was funny. He immediately does respond to Parthenon.
Yeah, not Speedy. That's true. He's immediately forgotten.
Yeah.
So Drew's obviously like, I'm taking my dog back.
Yeah.
You know, and
Mr. Hathaway's like, no, not at all. You know,
right.
like
he's already mad at Lewis.
He's ready. He fires Lewis
right
or the
away.
promotion.
Yeah, he cancels the promotion because he's already, taking advantage of his clearance.
Right.
And he's, upset about this dog thing to the point where he's like, I'll give Lewis his job back if you give me Parthenon.
Yeah, yeah.
And Drew's like, absolutely not. That's not going to happen.
I really thought Drew was going to do it.
I thought for a second it might be the resolution.
Is Drew a better friend?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, what a weird position.
If the guy just steals the dog.
Yeah.
We should also point out, Mr. Hathaway does say that they gave Speedy a pill.
Yes.
And he was better in a day.
Yeah, it's already done. The reason he stayed there for so long is because the boss has fallen in love with the dog.
Yeah, he literally said, "I love that dog." He had a frisbee in its mouth. They're playing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Drew advises Hathaway to pick up an epiphany orb that is on his desk. He doesn't know what it does. He's like, "Pick it up and tell me what it tells you."
Yeah, he says, "I haven't read the paperwork on it yet."
So he holds it in his hand, and then he gets an epiphany. And he goes, "Oh, if I don't give you the dog back, you're gonna beat the crap out of me." And Drew holds it, and then he goes, "Yes." And that's basically how it resolves. Drew. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing
Lewis,
like the threat of good old violence to just clean up your messy sitcom plot.
I'll beat the shit out of you if you don't. Lewis ends up getting to keep his job, though, because he claims he's going to be like a pet of sorts to Mr. Hathaway, or I guess like a play friend.
Lewis is like, I'll like play frisbee with you.
Yeah, in the park. That
was enough. And then he gives him his promotion back.
Yeah, so congrats to Lewis getting the janitor manager job.
Another boy in middle management.
There we go. There we go. It's the American dream. Credit scene. We get the gang all on a Wild West green screen.
Yeah.
Riding their monkopotamuses. There's multiple of them. They're all, different cowboy settings. Lewis throws up into his hat.
Puts a bag on.
Kate's reading a magazine. Yeah. So.
I want a monkopotamus for Christmas. That's good.
Only a monkopotamus.
I did like the monkopotamus.
It's fun. Though now I'm saying that hippopotamunk is pretty fun too.
Hippopotamunk is also good.
If you wrote on the Drew Carey show in the year 1999,
let me know if you guys went through hippopotamunk and got to monkopotamus.
What was the process on monkopotamus?
Yeah,
people are always like, you should have like people from the show on, and I'd be like, yeah, but they're gonna like hear our questions. They're gonna be like, what?
It's like, oh no, I don't want to hear your stories about the cast.
No. Monkopotamus.
What was that like? You brainstorming that with a whiteboard? Like, what was the thing?
It's chalkboards. Whiteboards don't exist. Did whiteboards exist in 1999?
When did whiteboards become a thing?
Definitely, we had them in school in like 2008.
Yeah, remember whenever they had the smart board evolution?
Yeah,
like a couple of classrooms started to get these smart boards, and it would be like it's like a glorified it was nowhere near the iPad level technology
we have now.
But it was just like a board where you could use a digital pen.
Right.
And like make it move.
Did you ever have the kids who, because they also were designed to look like whiteboards, did you ever get somebody who drew on it with an expo marker? Not knowing?
Yeah.
We would have those kids who were like, no, you don't.
But before that, I remember they would do the projectors.
Yeah.
And you would draw on the translucent
sheet in front of it.
Sheet in front of the projector.
Yeah, so you wouldn't ruin the copy of whatever it was underneath. Yeah. Damn. No, I mean, I don't know why, but in my mind, whiteboards really begin when Barack Obama is president.
That's true.
In my head, everything else before is a chalkboard.
It feels like a second term thing, though. Nah, like end of the first term. Because in 2008, I don't think they were having them.
I think they might have. I think we had some, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm surprised
Maybe my
I'm
school
saying
was
that.
broke.
Maybe. I mean, I went to a Catholic school. God, they were broke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, season 4, episode 21.
Steve and Mimi.
I have been waiting for something to happen with these two.
I've been I've been waiting for a little freak off.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like
the Mimi Bobek free. Well, no, but yeah, they are similar characters, I will say.
Yeah.
Both when we went to
Why
Mimi's
don't we make
house,
the Uggos kiss?
make the Uggos kiss. No, but like with Mimi on, was it the last episode, the boy party, girl party?
Yeah,
when Steve comes over,
She
game
was,
recognized game.
Yeah, they liked each other. It kind of worked. You know, Steve loved her makeup, and why not?
And they really hadn't put them together despite working at the same department store.
I genuinely, we'll talk about it in this first scene where we talk about layoffs, how Steve gets it, but like, it's just like, I forgot Steve fucking worked there.
Yeah. I also thought Steve was still living with Drew.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that we just sort of tiptoe around here. But anyway,
we're
making Steve and Mimi moves.
Steve and Mimi.
March 24th, 1999.
Yeah.
2 weeks after.
Little spring break.
Yeah, a little spring break. They went to
Vegas.
They went to, I was going to say they went to Florida.
Drew was headlining Caesar's Palace.
There you go. Starts with Mimi and Drew in the office. Mimi interrupts Drew while he's trying to nap, kind of.
Yeah.
He's exhausted. He has laid off 38 people today.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't. This is the first time I feel like we're really seeing Drew do the dirty part of HR.
Well, and especially because Wick takes so much pleasure in firing people.
But now firing in bulk, that's a chore.
Yeah, that's a long day.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense also, as much as he loves firing people, he loves making Drew uncomfortable, probably too.
Yeah.
So
It's
two birds, one
pleasure.
stone. Yeah. Three more people come in, and we see kind of Drew doing the firing process here. He starts to break down in the middle of it. He's like, I know all your fault. It's all
I thought
my
he was
fault.
putting it on
a little bit.
I think. No. I thought like this was like a show for the people he was firing. No, I think what the show was actually communicating here is he is just that exhausted and like emotionally
drained.
Oh,
I'm sure it's a lot.
People.
Yeah, and I think he feels bad about having to do it.
I didn't think he felt bad. I thought he was trying to do like a bit to make it seem like he feels bad.
Oh, you didn't actually think that
to like ease the pain.
We took interesting scenes. Interesting. I thought because then when that other guy comes up, so there's 3 people he's firing, and then a 4th guy comes up and goes, "Oh, hey, sorry, I'm late. What's this about?" And he's like, sees Drew cry. He's like, "Is this a bonus?"
Right.
Could have been. I don't know. But
Anyway,
we get another list of 20 names from Wick and Mimi.
Which how many? I started to think how many people even fucking work at this store.
Yeah, how can you even fire 58 people?
That many? Right.
That's all of the workforce.
Also, Wick does come in before the people leave, and he says, "Show the downstairs menswear your pink slip, and you get 20% off."
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not a bad parting
gift. A benevolent boss. Actually, no. In menswear, I'd take a suit for 20% off.
20% off.
Me? Yeah.
But anyway, So
we get this list of more people to fire, and Mimi grabs it out of Drew's hand because she wants to scan it and see if she can get a better parking space.
Right.
But she doesn't find a parking space. She finds something even better. Carey is fired. And she's like jumping up and down. She kisses Mr. Wick.
Yes.
Wick's
she's like, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. Wick goes, "Oh, you can keep the gum," which I thought was good.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for this, but it's not Drew being fired. It is Steve Carey,
who I forgot even worked there. We don't see him there.
He was the new cosmetics person, right?
Yeah, he was in cosmetics.
Yeah. So Drew's like, "I can't believe you're making me fire my own brother." And Wick's it's like something out of the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah, that was
really. I was like, holy shit, that's like, evil.
Yeah, it was good.
And at this point, Steve comes up and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Wick, you wanted to speak with me?" He's like, "Oh, no, actually, your brother did. Your big brother, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Your big brother, who you've protected and done so much for." And
is it little bro?
I think it might be big bro.
I thought it was. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's big bro.
Yeah,
it is big bro.
Yeah. Though it's funny because physically he is
big bro.
Yeah.
I mean little bro. You know what I mean.
Big bro, little bro, big brothers, little sisters, whatever. I don't know. It's all the same to me. It's all Greek to me.
It's all bros to me. So
so Steve is told by Wick to go talk to Drew.
Yeah, and Drew starts giving him a long-winded explanation. I just wanted to throw in here, he does say, "I blame the economy. It's so good people are shopping at better places."
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Steve is kind of very down about this. Obviously, losing his job. He's got to pay rent.
Yeah.
He's got to get food. He's got to buy fun dresses.
Right. You know how expensive it is to get big dresses?
It's got to be.
He looks like he's at least like 6'2".
Yeah. So he's like, I don't know how I'm going to handle all this. And Drew offers, oh, well, I'll help you out with whatever you need. Which means he's going to move back in. Steve basically asks right away, hey, well, if I could stay with you, that would really help with my costs.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't realize he moved out at this point. Like,
right.
I guess we stopped seeing him, but I don't know.
I really forgot all of it. I forgot he worked there. I forgot. I
forgot he had a brother who was a cross-dresser.
Yeah. That he. But no, I was surprised because they also didn't say move back in though, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess I got to move in with you.
Yeah.
And they were acting like it was almost the first time.
Yeah, that he had never stayed there before, or that he didn't grow up in that home.
Yeah, they were living together just not that long ago.
That was your childhood home. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, after the titles, it's moving day.
And immediately, I feel like now every time Steve is like a man Steve.
Yeah.
Not cross-dressing. It catches me off guard.
Yeah,
you
like, don't expect that bald of a head.
No,
it's really impressive. He's got the horseshoe.
He's got the Dr. Phil.
Yeah, the George Costanza.
Right.
Yeah. It's all on display.
Yeah.
So they're moving him back in. The gang is helping with all of the boxes and things. Kate is a big fan of the Shays Rat Lounge.
Yeah,
that he has. She's like laying on it all fancy, being like, "Oh, my male collars, I take them here."
Right.
All this stuff. Mimi comes by. She has a list of more people for Drew to fire.
Yeah.
Which is just great for Drew.
I love that it was delivered. We find out it's Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was delivered on the weekend.
Yeah. She says, Wick says you should call on Sunday because the rates will be better and also it'll be more funny.
God, they're going to have nobody left.
No.
They're firing the whole store.
Drew's going to be running. Well, remember that episode, though, where they were on strike?
Aren't they his neighbors, though, too? Don't they all live in his neighborhood?
Couldn't Mimi just hand them the pink slips?
Yeah.
That's fucked, actually. Drew goes off, and he tells Steve, watch Mimi, don't let her up on the furniture. She thinks she's people. She thinks she's people. And it's at this point that Mimi compliments Steve's butch look.
Yeah, she's
never
like,
really seen him as a man.
I've never seen you as a man.
Yeah, and when you're at the department store,
she calls him an Adonis.
Yeah. Which, okay, I don't know.
He is a big hunk of man.
Yeah, you're gassing him up a little here, maybe.
Yeah.
And Steve responds in kind to her and compliments her looks and things like this, and says he's always sort of liked her in a way. She's like, well, why didn't you say something sooner? And he's like, the Drew of it all and everything.
Yeah, it feels like betrayal.
He does.
Immediately acknowledges that, like, look, you guys are enemies.
Yeah, no,
it's a known
mortal
thing.
Enemies here.
Yeah.
But he's like, if you want, maybe we could go out on a date tonight.
Right.
I thought they were going to go out, but it turns out they're just spending the time in Drew's house.
Drew's home.
Which
is just even more fucked up.
If you just moved back in.
Yeah, one, you just moved back in. Two, you also acknowledged that this would be a problem in this conversation with Drew.
Right. And yet, here we go.
And you're going to say this level of fuck it is reckless on their behalf. Yeah.
But, YOLO if you're Steve, I guess.
Right.
So... they decide even though it'll kill Drew, they schedule a date for the next day. And the next day comes. Drew is going off to bowling while cross-dressing Steve is cooking dinner for his secret date. Drew knows he's having a date.
And that's it.
That's all he knows.
And Drew asks a few questions. He's like, it is a man, right?
It's a woman.
It's a woman, right? And Steve's like, yes. And he's like, still a Carey. And she was born a woman?
Yeah, we get all these questions.
Yeah.
It's, but Steve suggests that Drew ends up getting a room somewhere else. Don't come home.
Yeah, he says if there's one bra, knock.
If there's two bras,
go get a room.
Yeah.
And then Drew says if there's three bras, it's poker night with your buddies.
There you go. It's poker night with the fellas.
Yeah. Like,
so, he says go get a room. Drew's like, I want to know all of the sultry details in the morning. And he's like, remember, you asked. And so at this point, Mimi knocks on the door. Steve comes in. She's taken aback him being in a dress.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought because
She was disappointed.
Yeah, I thought, because this was a man-woman date.
We were going to do man-woman stuff.
Right, I thought it would be male-woman, not woman-woman. And Steve's like, well, this is who I am, and I thought you were comfortable and confident with that, and I didn't,
And Mimi's like, I'm a free spirit, but I just don't know if I'm comfortable dating a guy in a dress.
Yeah. Did we learn here, too? Does she say she lost her virginity at a carnival?
Yeah, she does say this. I do not think we knew that, but then
Just the Mimi lore.
yeah. Was it the bearded woman?
I was going to say, was it the dunk tank? If the dunk tanks are rocking,
Yeah.
stop throwing the balls. But yeah, so they agree, there, and then they respect each other and the distance and, whatever. They're just going to be friendly that night.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we'll do girls' night then,
Yeah.
whatever. They pour some wine and they sit on
Kick
the
off
couch.
their heels.
Take the heels off.
Let
Maybe
the
they'll watch
dogs breathe.
a chick flick or something.
Yeah.
That's what they've decided.
Yeah. Later on in the night, we get Steve talking about, his hockey games, I think.
Yeah, he
growing
was
up.
talking about being a hockey player and hip checking some guy, and
Yeah.
they seem to be chummy here. Like at first, it did feel like just so a couple of chatty ladies, no like intimacy.
Yeah.
Here, but then Steve moves over and sits on the bench next to her.
Mimi's putting on some lipstick, and Steve's like, "Oh, I would love to try it." And she
Yeah.
hands him the tube, but then he kind of like just throws it away and goes in for the kiss and
Smooth.
smooches Mimi.
Steve was smooth with it there.
That's actually not a Carey move. I don't know where he learned that.
Yeah, that was,
if you were to be like, "Oh, what's the
Drew
Carey
did not
thing?"
pull that one off.
No. Drew could never. So it's at this point while they're making out that Drew comes home. Drew should have gotten a room. I don't know why he didn't listen to his brother. But
Yeah.
Anyway, he's walking outside. He's like, "Oh, Speedy."
Well, I guess they didn't put Actually, I did think about this for some reason. I was like, well, I guess they didn't put bras on the door because.
But did you think
They
that was
weren't
the
getting
front
weird.
door? I thought it was the bedroom door.
I guess you just got to get extra bras and put them on all the doorknobs.
I got safety bras all over.
And the open window, you put it there too. But yeah,
You found on a flagpole, just blowing in the wind. I like
projector.
that.
You do a Batman projector style into the clouds.
It's bra man.
Getting laid. So
That's
anyway.
my bat signal for getting laid. Yeah, so Drew comes in, or Drew doesn't come in. He's outside with his dog. And he's like, "Oh, Speedy, what are you doing? I guess the date's still going on, huh?"
Right.
Looks through the kitchen
Stevie's
window.
looking through the window. Clearly his eyes work again. He's wagging his tail.
Yeah. He shouldn't be wagging his tail. That's
Yeah.
his uncle, dude.
I was like, okay, Steve. Speedy.
Speedy.
I was going to call him Stevie.
Stevie. That'd be weird
Yeah.
if the dog was named. Come on, Speedy, you little freak.
Yeah.
Drew looks in and sees his brother making out with Mimi, starts screaming,
Yeah.
faints to the ground, and then runs away like a wild animal.
Right.
Yeah.
And that startles them. They hear like a noise, a bump in the night outside.
A trash can makes a noise.
Steve goes up and he's like, must be a raccoon. And they walk out. Trash can's knocked over.
Yeah.
And then Mimi looks over and just like, that's a lot of vomit if that's
That's vomit. Yeah. Ugh. It's a human amount of vomit basically there. Yeah. We then go to the Warsaw on the next scene, and the gang is all sort of discussing what has gone down.
Right.
They kind of in disbelief, I'd say, for the most part. They're like,
yeah, they're all slack jawed. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what?
Yeah.
You know?
Drew.
Is that how you use that expression?
Yeah, slack jawed.
Okay.
Yeah. Your jaw is slacked. Yeah.
Got it.
Those two words in that order.
This is where welcome to Cleveland Rocks, where we try out new phrases.
You nailed it, buddy.
Yeah.
They're the one person who's not sort of in disbelief about this is Kate.
Yeah.
Kate's
right.
like, is it really that impossible for you to think that your brother might just like Mimi?
yeah.
Drew is like, I believe we'll go to the moon and we'll have flying cars and this other. I will never believe that my brother could like Mimi Bobek.
Yeah.
Because he has such a personal, awful history with her. I get it.
I get it, and I don't know if I just don't have a frame of reference in my life where I despise someone.
I don't have
much.
a mortal enemy that would be impossible.
That would be nice to maybe get one. I feel like
you
if
want to. You're auditioning Mortal Enemies.
if, for those of you that have mortal enemies, write us. Tell me what that's like, because I feel like that's got to give your life a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I genuinely I hate plankton or whatever, or like Mr. Krabs, right? These people, that was just the first mortal enemy that came to, like, I hate, if you have one of those planktons in your life.
Yeah. What's it like dealing with them? I like that you're like, it gives you purpose. And I'm like, yeah, you could find purpose in other ways, but if you think hating the fuck out of one person's going to fix it.
It's still early, 2026. Maybe my goal will be to
have an enemy by the end of the year.
A mortal enemy.
A mortal enemy.
Yeah. But
mortal enemy.
I will say in this scene, too, I thought it was funny. Oswald was encouraging it because he was like, they make funny babies.
They make funny babies. It's
like,
true.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be.
So we go back to the house now, and there's Drew's walking in the front door to clothes all over the floor.
Yeah, he comes in and it sort of just looks like there's bras everywhere. There's women's clothing and lingerie.
Yeah, I'm kind of like mad on his behalf. Look, I know that it's your mortal enemy, but beyond that, where is the decency to, like, you just moved back in with your brother and now you're going to leave your clothes all over his goddamn house and go have sex with some woman in his kitchen?
Not just any woman, his mortal enemy. Yeah. No, there's
the level of disrespect. I was on another level.
I do wonder how much Mimi is driving this, you know what I mean? Because we know how men can be.
Right,
you know, you got that horn dog brain, but I'm just like
one track mind.
One track mind. Yeah, we know who's driving where the blood flow is. I just wonder if Mimi's taking advantage because she knows that Drew hates this.
Yeah.
And she hates Drew.
She's playing a long game.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Drew starts freaking out because he realizes what's going on. He doesn't want to go in the kitchen, so he just cowers on the couch.
He does hear a noise too.
Oh yeah,
there is like a
pleasurable sound,
a big pleasurable Mimi sound coming from the kitchen,
and he cringes. He can't take it.
yeah.
So Steve comes back in wearing like a
the apron tied around his naked body,
and he's like trying to explain the situation. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just how it happened. You know, we started on the couch, and Drew jumps off the couch and is just mortified that he was.
He's just like his skin is crawling.
Yeah, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Where he's at." Mimi comes in wearing some sort of robe. It looked like a bathrobe.
No, it was a trench coat.
Oh, it was a trench coat.
It was clearly Steve's trench coat.
Yeah, it was too big for her.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And she immediately starts insulting Drew.
Yes.
She's getting laid at his house, and she's like, "What's up, pig?"
Yeah. And Steve tries to broker a little bit of peace, but he starts by defending Mimi to Drew. And
he's like, "Hey, that's my woman.
Yeah, that's my lady. Don't, mess with her." And then she starts making fun of Drew, and Drew's like, "Well, but I'm your brother." Like,
I think the initial comment that set it off, just because I thought it was funny, was 100 million women in the world, and you can't pick one.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's good.
Targeted. It's good.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all this, Mimi goes, "Aren't you gonna stand up for yourself? He fired you. Are you a man or are you a Carey?"
Yeah.
And then Drew goes, "See, she's insulting the family. What's next, America?"
Yeah. Right. And then Steve's like, "I got," Steve sticks up for himself to her. He's like, "I got this. I could handle it."
Yeah. Oh, you can handle it. Great. Then you don't need me. So Mimi starts grabbing her stuff and leaves. And it seems like we've left on a sour note. It seems like this budding sort of romance.
The end is Drew saying, "So are you gay yet?" to Steve.
Yes. Yeah.
So it does seem like this is, I can't tell where it leaves.
Yeah.
It seems like it might be over,
sour,
but it's
and
very
Steve
sour.
For sure takes it sour because in the next scene, we get Drew coming home from work. And Steve, unemployed Steve, is just sitting watching TV and like going through his feelings, I would basically say.
Yeah.
A little teary-eyed, just chips and, bad state of mind.
Yeah. All the breakup cliches.
Yes, exactly.
Binge eating and watching TV.
Yeah.
And the things we all love to do normally now.
My default is Steve in the 90s being bad. We get Sharon in here, comes through, and she said Steve had asked her to blackout paint his windows.
Because he doesn't deserve sunlight.
He doesn't deserve sunlight if he can't have Mimi and all this stuff.
I do like that Drew put the wig on.
Yes.
The wig on Steve in the scene.
He's trying to make him feel better.
And started brushing his hair and everything. And I was like, oh, that's fun sort of breakup cliche as well.
Supportive big brother.
Yeah.
I get the feeling also with his relationship with Kate, it wasn't the first time he was brushing somebody's hair because they felt bad about a romance.
Yeah.
So yeah, Steve's down in the dumps about Mimi. He doesn't feel like he can call her really.
Yeah.
Drew suggests doing that, or Sharon.
Well, there's
suggests
still
doing
like
that.
a block with Drew not giving like a blessing and everything.
Drew has to kind of be the one here, it seems, to be okay.
But Steve goes into how he just like felt accepted by Mimi, and he does do this whole sort of diatribe about why he liked her.
Oh yeah, before they made love, he says something like, "Underneath all that dress, you're nothing but man."
Yeah.
And he's like,
that meant something.
She
to him.
saw me in the way that I want to be seen by people.
Right.
So it's a sweet sentiment if you can believe it coming from Mimi Bobeck.
Yeah.
We then get the
other
alternate
side,
here, which is the next day at
office.
the work. Yeah, Mimi and Wick are kind of dealing with each other. Mimi's finishing tasks that Wick gives her and then keeps asking for more. I want more work. I want more work.
She wants to keep busy. She literally says it. I want to keep busy because of Steve. I need to get my mind off of Steve.
It's either I do work and distract myself or I talk to somebody about my love life.
Right.
And Wick starts scrambling he's like throwing papers. He's like, pick this up and
reorganize these
it.
reorganize these papers and then paint the store.
Paint the store. So she pulls him aside and she starts explaining like how she feels about Steve. And she's like, it's just a shame that we can't. I'm waiting for him to call. I don't want to be first because she feels the need to kind of like project.
And then Wick
strength
actually comes out here and he's like, I don't like this new sulking, Mimi.
Yeah.
Get your groove back.
Yeah.
He tries to get her on her feet and be like, you're better than this.
Yeah.
Where's that confident, ridiculously
spunky kid.
Yeah.
So Drew then comes into the scene and he's like, hey, Mimi, can we talk? He's holding a tape recorder. And Mimi's like, why are you holding a tape recorder? He's like, I'm not recording you. I didn't feel comfortable having this conversation
in person. I think didn't he say something that we would just fight if we talked about it in real life?
So instead,
just listen to this.
He went to the Warsaw.
Yeah,
she hits play, and we get a very drunk Drew basically stumbling through, agreeing that if they are happy, they should be dating each other, and if his brother's happy, that's all that matters to him.
He really misses her, and
Steve really misses her.
Yeah, Steve really misses her,
and it'd be great if they could get back together.
Right.
So and then he stops it. It's like, hey, can I have another tequila? And the recording stops. He goes, yeah, and I got sloppy from there. It's the drunkest I've ever heard Drew Carey
on this
sound
show,
on this
easily,
show.
Yeah.
So Steve then comes up into the scene.
Well,
at this
no,
point.
but it's actually right before that. She's kind of like,
yes, go ahead.
Why didn't Steve call me then? Why didn't? And Drew's like, well, you're both,
stubborn women.
He says stubborn, ugly women.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So,
and they decide, they won't argue in front of Steve.
Yeah, let's keep it together for Steve when he's around.
But anytime they're not around at the office or in other bar situations, whatever, free game to go at each other's necks, basically.
Yeah. So, and then Steve comes up.
Yeah. Right while Mimi is trying to deliver an all-time insult, I think. She's like, I'm going to get you later. Steve comes up. And Drew says the words, I give you my blessing. We're A-okay. Go, whatever. So Drew then leaves. Those two make up and they kiss.
Yeah. And well, the one caveat was because Steve's like, what can I do for you, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
And he says, you can have my couch professionally cleaned.
Oh, God.
So, anyway, they make up, they kiss.
And then Wick comes out and, Mr. Wick, as kind as he can be, looks at the scene and he goes, ugh, if this was a videotape, I'd return it.
That's how you know it's bad. Wick's into some freaky shit.
Yeah. Wick's into weird kinks.
Maybe Wick is just... I feel like it wouldn't be... It's too soft core for Wick.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
Their dresses should be off.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think Wick he's more of a chains and harnesses and...
Sure. Sure, whips and chains.
Yeah. He's a dominatrix boy.
And a mommy's boy. Never forget. So, and then that's basically it. In the credit scene,
get in the house,
the kitchen items. Well, for the couch is gone. Couch is being professionally cleaned. In the meantime, the refrigerator and the
oven
stove
are where the couch is.
Yes. Lewis is making something on the oven and Kate's pulling something out of the fridge and they're like, oh yeah, it should be back soon. And then Kate turns and she goes, Oswald, are you sure
you should be doing that?
Yeah. We then get a cut to Oswald. He's basically like putting brick
he's laying brick
in between
the kitchen and the living room.
Yeah. And he's basically like, oh yeah, Drew said he's never coming back in here. So and that's how it ends. So yeah, we get this new development. This has to continue, I feel like.
Steve and Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know for how long.
We can't drop it like Tracy.
But I think it'll be around for maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe the rest of the season. That's only a couple more episodes, but
it could have legs. I don't know. It would kind of be crazy if Steve became. But I do know that
I feel
in
like
cast photos in next couple of seasons, Steve is there.
Yeah.
So.
But we drop shit so easy in this. We got to remember. Yeah, Kate and Oswald
were engaged.
We're engaged, and now we're just except for 2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
we're fine with it. We haven't brought it out.
We've moved on. It's in the rear view.
They will drop this if they need to do it real quick. But
we'll see.
I'm
it does
interested.
add another dynamic though to Drew. I do
like how it complicates Drew's life.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that Mimi will now be having sex in his house with his brother.
That's really what we're here for, folks. Yeah. That's why you tune in, because you want our evaluation of the Mimi sex scenes on the Drew Carey show. Oh, God. Well, we'll see how it continues. Probably not on the next one, unless what's wrong with this episode? Something's very wrong with this episode. No. But yeah, we will continue on and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you guys.
Always, you can follow us on Instagram. You can subscribe on YouTube. Leave a rating if you like the pod. If you don't like the pod, forget I said that. Don't do anything. Stop. Yeah. Why are you listening to the end of the podcast?
This is weird. You're being weird.
Stop being
weird.
What,
do you want to hear the end of the song?
You can email us, clevelandrockspodcast@gmail.com. Any notes you got, send them our way. That's all we got.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you on the next one.
Later.